Welcome on in. I am Robin, also known as Robin. This is my small crochet business called Sweet Beans Crochet, where I make and sell crochet plushies. This week, I am crocheting for 24 hours. Now, I work a full-time job, and I do have to work the next 8 days before Christmas, so it is not going to be consecutive 24 hours where I stay up all night and I am completely tired and drained, but it will be a full 24 hours of me just creating Christmas gifts, so I'm not going to even be crocheting regular projects. These are going to be very specific, asked for gifts that my family wants. Stay tuned for the ride. I can't wait to share with you all the projects I'm able to make. Do you think I'm going to be able to even crochet for 24 hours after all my work shifts? Grab a whip and a coffee and I'll see you in a second. This was the pattern pick, by the way, if you're wondering. This was the plushie that my friend Victoria made, Comfort Loops. My friend's child wanted this, so he's getting this, and she asked me to make another one in another color, so I did. Here he is. This is the blue brother to the green. I feel like I tried making them look as similarly as I could. The smile is maybe a little different, but for a log of time, that took me 1 hour and 18 minutes. We got less than 23 hours left to go. I'm going to start my next pattern. I'm not too sure yet which one exactly I'm going to tackle. I think I have to go find a free football pattern on Instagram. See you on the flip side. I'm going to hit go here in a second. Update time. It is 10 p.m. December 21st. I don't know if I've even told you what time or day it is. And it has been, technically we're 1 hour and 47 minutes into my 24-hour challenge. So I've spent 30 minutes pause my timer while I'm filming this, making this football. This is a free pattern by Woolly Amigurumi. It is a free pattern on their Ribbler. It's called Touchy the Football. It's a free football pattern. And this is another Christmas gift. 30 minutes in and I have a couple rounds left. It's turning out huge, like the size of my head. Pretty big. I didn't expect it to be this big. I'm using Sweet Snuggle, or Loops and Threads, Sweet Snuggles Light. I just call them all Sweet Snuggles Light, but I think it's Chenille Home Slim. It's the same thing, you know, it's the same thing. Don't come at me. I'm tired. It is almost 1 in the morning. This challenge is kicking my butt, but I have to give my coworker these gifts for his children tomorrow because it's the last time I'm going to see him before Christmas. So I really need to finish these specific Christmas gifts, so I'm motivated, but I do have to work at 9 a.m. and it's like 1 in the morning, so I'm getting a little tired. Just to show you, we are on 3 hours and 10 minutes. I did pause this to eat a snack, and then I might have forgotten to press play while I was sewing on her details. So this is a pattern by Oak and Marlowe. It is Brie the mouse. She is so cute. I could not resist this pattern bundle. Have you seen them? I'm sure you have because they're so cute. She's got a fox, a bunny, a kitty, and a mouse. So I made a mouse, baby safe, so he's got 2 daughters and a son. This is for one of his daughters. I'm also going to make, I believe, another mouse or maybe one of the bunnies in a different outfit with maybe a hat. Maybe I'll give this one a little headband. I don't know yet. I'm still kind of feeling it out, but I do need to finish this and that one tonight. I need to start the next one. This basically took me 1 hour, and then I kind of paused on the sewing details, so it might be a little longer than an hour, but she was actually really quick to work up, honestly. And then I didn't show you the finished football, but this took me almost exactly an hour as well with the detailing. This is that free pattern, so this is for Christmas. This is all for Christmas, so we got Sour Patch Kid, football, clearly for little boys, and we've got Brie the mouse so far, so I'm gonna just keep rolling. Yeah, we're in hour 3 right now, so I need to make another one of these. I'll see you in a second. Imagine this. It is 2:30 in the morning and I was just lollygagging cleaning my house. I forgot to stop the timer. So oopsies. It says 4 hours and 50 minutes. I do know this is her. I think it's Brie is the bunny. Is Brie the mouse? Betty the bunny? I don't know. But this is the bunny, and I gave her a faux fur. I'll do this in the morning, I guess. I'll show you her in the morning when the lighting is not this awful. Gave her little booties with fur trim. She's got this tulip skirt and fur trim. So these are obviously, well, I don't know if it's obvious, but these are for two sisters. So I'm going to kind of ask like which one's more girly, and I'll give the girlier one this one, and then, you know, I think this one's super cute too, but they're different, but they're similar at the same time. So these took me about an hour and 15, an hour and 20 minutes each, but with like the, you know, with the embroidery and the detailing, very minimal detailing with like the laces, the arms. I did this heart, the chains around the arms, and the embroidery, and then you have to sew on the ears. These are super cute. Honestly, I want to carry these for markets. Definitely want to make a couple of each in different colors, and I could see making these like, they kind of remind me of the Plumma Studio dolls, but they're like animals, so I think that's super cute. And I do plan on making the fox like a little boy version of these, or I can make them in overalls instead of dresses, but I think these are super cute. I think this is the perfect gift. They really didn't take me that long. They didn't take much yarn or polyfill at all. As far as material goes, like this cost me $5 in materials with the weight of the yarn, with how much yarn this took. So this was $5 of polyfill and yarn, and these are nowhere near that. So the cost is very low. It's literally just your labor, which is for me an hour and 20 minutes. If we want to round up, say an hour 30, so 90 minutes. But I think they're so sweet, honestly. This pattern is by Oak and Marlowe, if I didn't already say that. It is the Fable pack, so we've got the mouse and the rabbit, and there's a kitty as well, and a fox that I plan on getting in the future, but I did not buy that one yet because I wanted to see how these worked up. And I did do a back loops only row so that I could surface crochet it. I prefer to surface crochet the skirts rather than have them a separate piece. In the pattern they are like a separate piece, so I did want to put it in the pattern, so I did do a back loops only round. I do like doing the surface crocheting, so I thought that was super cute. That is everything that I did today. Pretty productive because after not crocheting for a couple days, doing this many plushies in one day, I feel pretty good about it. So we got 1, 2, 3, and 4. Day 1, or night 1. And then I did embroider the eyes on the car and a little smile. So this is Revy. I made him in my last vlog, so he didn't get timed in my Christmas timer, but he's just this little car. I think he's cute. He's a little derpy, but he's cute. And I think the little boy will love him. I'm also going to, tomorrow morning, before work, I'm going to crochet him a little dinosaur from the free club crochet pattern, so I'm going to be doing that tomorrow. Stay tuned. The 24 hours is still going because I'm only 5 out of 24. I don't even know if this is going to be a 24-hour challenge now. I have a lot of gifts left to make, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to get in 24 hours of crochet over the next couple days, because I do work every day until Christmas, so I guess we will see how this goes. Hi, I'm currently on my way to work, and I just wanted to show you Tilly the Triceratops, which is a free pattern. I forget her username, but this is Tilly. So cute. It took me 25 minutes, so I obviously... I don't have my timer up because I'm on my phone right now, but we are, I think, on hour 5, somewhere in hour 5 right now on the 24-hour challenge, and that is a Christmas gift that I'm giving to my coworker today. I did embroider the eyes because it's for a 2-year-old boy, and then he's the one with the sisters getting Bree and Beth the bunny. Wow, this morning I filmed a reel and it took me so long. I didn't realize how long it would take me to just film it and get it right because I wanted to do like a transition, and I'm like not good at reels. I'm obviously working on it. I said in my last video that was one of the skills that I wanted to work on, but I definitely am not used to it, and so I need to get used to transitions and all that. So I'll check in with you guys after work and we'll continue the 24-hour challenge, but yeah, it had to be cut short this morning because I had to leave for work. And I went to bed really late last night. It is December the 23rd. I am doing a check-in. I am currently about to start the Baby Bunnies by Crojo Mojo. I made my sister one of these for her birthday this last year. I made her a girly bunny with a blue tutu, and for Christmas she asked for a boy version with a little bow tie and I believe blue pants. So I'm starting that now. I'm going to start my timer. Let's see what time we're at right now. We're 5 hours and 24 minutes, so I'm going to hit go, and I'm just going to crochet until I have to go to work today, and then I'm going to crochet on my lunch break, and then I'm going to crochet after work. hopefully to finish this obviously before tomorrow because I want to be wrapping everything. So I'm trying to stretch my hands in between, but you know, I've worked the past 8 days before Christmas, so that's a lot. That's a lot for one person to deal with. Hey, it is now December 30th, so we are quite a couple days after Christmas. I did make more things. I did stop filming because it was getting really stressful to complete all of the projects that I wanted to in the time crunch that I had. But I was crocheting even up until like 7 a.m. Christmas morning. I was making my sisters a bunch of little carrots. I made each of them 3 carrots for Christmas to feed their bunnies. I had made my littlest sister, I gave her strawberry and blueberry paisley, which is my bunny pattern that I released. It was actually my first pattern ever released this last year in September. And I'd given my other sister a Crojo Mojo bunny, which was a pattern test I did last year. I had actually given her a Crojo Mojo bunny for her birthday, and then for Christmas she wanted a boy version, so I made her a boy version of that bunny. And she had also gotten a bunny that I had crocheted following a pattern. It's called Bo the Bunny. Bo the Bunny is by Crochet Code 2024, and that is a super cute pattern. It was my first time actually ever working up that pattern. I had followed the pattern called Little Bailey by Tim Magic Ring. That is the crochet pattern designer. It is such a big dog. When I tell you, I don't know if I might have taken a little video of it that I'm going to be posting in a reel in the future, but I can't even finish the reel because I crocheted so many Christmas gifts and I need to still film a couple of them, but I want to make a reel of all the Christmas presents that I crocheted and gifted this year. But yes, I made this beagle for a family member whose puppy passed away this last year, so in memory of that dog, I crocheted her it's a huge dog. If you want to tackle a crochet project, it took me at least 6 hours of work. I ended up not having safety eyes, so I embroidered the eyes, and it was difficult to do face shaping when you embroider the eyes, so I probably could have done better if I had plastic safety eyes, but I didn't, so I did the best I could with what I had. And on that project I actually mixed yarns, so the brown color is Cardamom by Big Twist Plush, and the white and black and light brown are all Sweet Snuggles Light or Chenille Home Slim, whichever you prefer. I mean, it's the same type of yarn. But I mixed the 2 brands, so his head was kind of big because I used the Cardamom, and Cardamom was really fluffy. It's just crazy the last couple days how much time I took working before Christmas, to a point where I was starting to sleep for like 12, 14 hours at night the following 2 days because I was so exhausted. The previous week had just really knocked it out of me. I had no energy left for anything, and I had worked for 8 days with my full-time job, so I was working every single day up until I worked Christmas Eve, and then I was finally off, and I needed to finish presents and wrap stuff, as I'm sure we all felt this. But working every single day up until then was really difficult, making sure I could plan the gifts out and prep them all the right way. I told myself I would not crochet Christmas presents. And look what I did. I crocheted most of the Christmas presents. My brother specifically got 2 really cool pieces from me. I ended up giving him the Troll Link that I had made a pattern test for the Magic Circle Crochet. Emil, the elf pattern, and Emil came out so good. The little brown booties, and I gave him the black, I forget what the cloak is called. I forget. It's the black cloak that Link wears. Gave him the black cloak, I gave him the eyes, and he's got 2 little tufts of hair that Emil does not have in the pattern. I just added so that Link would have hair, and my brother has loved that piece ever since he first saw it, so I did give that to him, which was obviously work and love in that piece. And then I also gave him Minnow the dragon, which took me a couple hours too. So basically I still have my timer here of like 8 hours, but I had just kept crocheting. I definitely crocheted for 24 hours. And if you add up all the gifts I had made before I started the timer that I ended up giving to my family members, I definitely did crochet my Christmas gifts for over 24 hours. Because I gave my brother Minnow, I gave him the Link, and I gave my 2 sisters, as I said, I gave Sunny 2 bunnies, I gave Fiona the big Crojo Mojo bunny, and I gave her the tiny Bo the bunny. I gave them both a bunch of carrots, and then I gave another child in my life. I gave her the Vaporeon that I had just made. I gave another family member the Crochet Levi that I made this last month. I made Crochet Levi, so I gave that to another member of my family. Gave the pug to one of my coworkers. Funny, believe it or not, on my Instagram when I posted the story saying that I'm going to be working on my safety eyes, which I am. I'm getting out these sets here that I have sitting next to me. But when I posted that story saying that I'm going to be getting my eye orders out, I posted a picture of the little mouse, and I got multiple comments from a couple people asking me if it was Angelina the mouse from the book Angelina. Not supposed to be. I just was trying to make it girly and cute, and she ended up looking like Angelina, but it's the Oak and Marlowe pattern. Highly recommend. They're super cute. They work up pretty fast, and I am planning on market prepping some of those for my next event. I feel like they are unique. They are bigger, obviously. I feel like they're smaller for me. On the scale of what I make, I feel like they are smaller. This is me trying to make smaller projects, but I still feel motivated, and there's like enough customization where I feel excited about it versus making like the tiny $10 items, which I know I need to make. Speaking of the tiny $10 items, I know this is my Christmas crochet video, but this is turning into a vlog, so I do apologize. All my content is just vlogs for the past couple months because I stopped doing markets. I hit 4K on Instagram this week, and to commemorate that, I did a couple of different things to try, and I want to celebrate it. I want to give you guys a free pattern, but I had a couple trial and errors, and I just had a couple of thoughts internally when I was coming up with the free patterns. Let me show you a couple of the ideas that I have. If you've been here for a minute, you might know the projects that I'm going to show you, but let me just share with you the potential free pattern that was coming because of 4K on Instagram. So, number one that I showed you not that long ago was Chicken Ponyo. I do love Chicken Ponyo, and I think she will come to fruition, but I do feel like she needs to be tested. And she's a little funky. Like she's not like the lowest sewing project because you do have to sew this on, and then you have to go back in and do her arms. So, or maybe the arms are done in the round. I'm trying to remember, how did I do this? She might be low sew, but I don't know how many people are going to enjoy Chicken Ponyo just quite yet. And then on another Studio Ghibli trend, I really wanted to maybe do, I've been wearing this shirt absolutely nonstop since I got it. And if this is the only shirt you see in these vlogs, sorry not sorry, it's my favorite shirt, so I wear it all the time. I do wash it, but it's a Princess Mononoke. Yeah, on my last video when I asked for pronunciations, there were only, I think like 2 comments, and I feel like they contradicted each other with how to pronounce them, so I'm just gonna say both pronunciations so I'm not hopefully incorrect when I say it. But I wanted to make the mask so I know it looks lopsided, especially when I show you on camera. That looks really lopsided. But this was like a little project. I was like not thinking it could be an ornament, but like just like a little desktop like buddy. The problem is there's like a lot of sewing and like details, and then obviously I don't feel like it looks very good. So I was like, you know, I could instruct you guys on how to make this. It's like a ball with the ears, with the fluff, with the eyes and the embroidery. But there's so many details. Like in the future I would probably want to use felt for all of these things. And then I don't know, I would probably want to hot glue this instead of sew it on. So there's just a couple of things. I was like, I don't even know if anyone's going to want this pattern because like, look at it. I mean, you can make a ball and you can make all these details yourself. So I was like, I mean, the thought was there, and then I worked on it last night and it just did not, my execution was bad, I think. So that's okay. It happened. I made it. I do like it. Like I'm gonna keep it, or maybe I'll bring it and have it on my table, and if someone knows what it is, then cool, they know what it is. But yeah, so these were like the 2 potential ones. I was like, I'm not ready for Ponyo to go out because I need to have testers, and I don't feel very good about that one. So like, let's just pretend like I didn't make it, okay? And then I was like, okay, let's revisit a thought I've had before. Mochi the capybara has been doing so well because he's a pretty general pattern. He is low sew or no sew. He's really quick to make, perfect for markets, and you know, we do markets here. If you're in my section, you might do some markets, you might crochet a little bit, you might try to sell your crochet plushies. So what better time than to bring Miss Shrimpy out, or Mr. Shrimpy. This has been a pattern I have had written down for months. I've had my friends make them. I've revised it. It used to be ginormous. It used to be a huge shrimp, and I've now shrunk it down. And I really like the shape of it now. It's taken a lot of revision, and the legs finally all line up. For some reason, a long time ago, my round counts were off, like before I was really making patterns, and now that I've been making patterns, I was able to go back into my shrimpy pattern and revise it and fix all the instructions. Like the detail instructions are easier to understand now, and I believe the tail is, and the antenna. I don't even know if I'm going to get this tested. I think I'm just going to post it on my Instagram because it's a free quick pattern, and then you guys can make these for like your markets. Me and my friend Victoria sell really well with the shrimpies. They sell really well with like the mini seafood animals. So if you make like tiny fish, if you make tiny squids, tiny octopus, tiny turtles, these sell really well. I've sold them for $8 or $10. I think I've sold them kind of in that range, and they don't take me very long. I timed myself last night while I was making the pattern, while I was writing the pattern, and it took me 15 minutes, so safe to say it's a pretty quick pattern. So yeah, watch out on my Instagram for this free shrimpy pattern. I've been making it for a long time. I know I've talked about it for a long time, and it is finally coming to fruition. We finally will have this little guy because I feel like you guys would benefit the most from this versus the other ones, which are way more niche, and I don't know if as many people would enjoy them, and there are more details. There's sewing, and this is no sew. So I might come up with a couple of more quick, easy, like market makes for free releases, like when my YouTube hits 7K, which right now I think we're sitting pretty comfy at like 6,000. I have not had much growth this month, simply because I was busy. I think we were all busy. I think we're all in our own little worlds right now with our families, and you know, none of us have time for anything, whether that's pattern testing right now, putting out custom orders, fulfilling orders. For me, I know my safety eyes, this last week, everything is kind of pushed back a little bit just because of the holidays, which I think we all understand. So I'm going to be throwing in some freebies. If you did order with me, you're going to get some freebies. I know I'm a little bit delayed. My workaround time is 14 business days, meaning no weekends and then no holidays. So it does give me some extra time because of the weekends. So my 14 business days, I am pretty consistent with 14 days. I do try and get it down to less. So if you happen to order like more recently and I get you out with my older orders, that does kind of happen. But you know, with the holidays, I think we all are just understanding. We're all small business owners. We're all in this together. I think we all kind of felt the stress of the last year, like just doing a little mental health check. You know, I think everyone dealt with being tested last year with your business, with your family, with your faith. Let's just say we are wrapping up 2024 in positive light, but also grateful that it's over. A lot of growth happened, a lot of things happened that we can reflect on and be grateful for, and I can't believe that it's coming to an end. I started my business almost exactly a year ago. When I started like really doing markets was exactly a year ago, and I fully intend personally to keep pursuing markets. I also, as a personal goal of myself, to share with you guys so that you guys can share back with me, I fully intend to keep pattern testing. It really is such a joy to pattern test for amazing creators who need the help anyway and who need the feedback. So to be able to give the feedback and the photos and just the experience of connecting with other creators, whether or not you say anything in group chats, because I'm totally guilty of not saying anything in group chats, especially recently. I'm very, very overwhelmed with everything. But I'm very excited to continue that next year and to create my own patterns the way that I've started at the end of this year, because I didn't really start creating patterns until September, so I only had a couple months of this year that I was creating, and now I get to really reflect and have a full year of creation, which I'm excited to do. I'm excited to put out more collections, create some animal patterns, create more free patterns, really build the community on here, because I really do love it, especially after doing like YouTube and, you know, presenting myself, I want to say every week, but you know, sometimes I take a couple days off. Like I just took a couple days off. I mean, to be fair, I was with family and doing things, but presenting myself online and filming myself and having to edit myself every single week for the entire year really goes to show me that like this is a passion of mine. I really enjoy the documentation process. I really enjoy connecting with you guys and like even just sharing like the orders for the week or my ideas for the week or what TV show I'm watching right now, which right now it happens to be Money Heist. I'm rewatching Money Heist. It's so good. Finding more successful markets in the new year, that is definitely one of my goals. Try and go back to ones that I really enjoyed. There is one children's market that I really enjoyed that I did last year. I do not plan on doing anything in the months of like the hot months, so May, June, July, maybe even August. I plan on blocking myself out and not doing any markets because let me tell you, it's hot in Florida. It is so hot in Florida that no one shops, no one goes outside. So I'm definitely not going to be outside doing an outdoor event. I might be looking at indoor events, which is, you know, that's something I learned from last year that I took back and realized, you know, it's okay to take some months to yourself. I've definitely been taking like this whole winter section where I didn't do a market at all to myself, and I might have been able to make a couple pennies or some money at markets if I did go, but I didn't. I watch everyone's like review vlogs on how everyone's events did this year. I think because it was an election year and everyone is holding on to their money, no one's really spending money, no one really has money to spend. A lot of the markets in the area flopped. So I'm grateful that I withheld myself and didn't go, but you know, you never know how my business would have done in this situation had I have taken it there. But it's okay because I'm fully excited and planning for next year. So I am curious, what are your plans for next year? What are you looking forward to the most? Are you going to be furthering your business? Are you going to be furthering your personal goals? Are you going to be crocheting stuff for yourself because you never get the time to do that? Are you going to be designing new things? Like, what are you looking forward to most in 2025? Because write those goals down, and even if you just have that sticky note on your fridge, you will see it and pass by every single day, read it every single day, and you will start to embody what you need to do to get there. Wishing you guys the best new year ever. See you guys next week. Bye!